too late to admit when you're wrong. Turn a new leaf, see a new dawn. The time to decide has come and gone. Just give me a chance, we can carry on. I'll name my choice, these drums of your voice, they run through my head as I remember the day. Stay in this moment. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. So let's get cracking on today. We've got a fairly decent amount to do. Let me turn off all of the different screen elements so that you can actually see what I'm doing, and then we can crack on. Oh, come on. There we go. Boom. Thank you. Jesus Christ. What a pain in the butt that was. So, today's stream, we're going to be doing the Crucible of War. We've got a few other little things to look at as well with regards to doing our Borg daily. That'll take a whole, literally 10, not even 10 minutes as I've discovered now. I'm not going to be getting a full cargo, but I'll certainly will. It'll take about 5 minutes. Welcome to the stream, Pat. Also, congrats on the Newton. I did see the screenshot before. It is incredibly epic, to say the least. So yeah, well done on that. Keep it up as always. What else? So yeah, I think we just mainly get into it. So as you can see, I haven't done any of the Crucible of War today, so we do need to do that. We will be doing it with the Sally because it's a little bit easier, it's a little bit quicker. I'm not going to be that jack. Let's just start. I'm going to hit pretty much anything just to get it done. It doesn't really matter what I hit, if I'm honest. It's just to get as many points as possible. Sometimes it's more advantageous just to hit lower levels as well if you're new to the game. Sometimes it is advantageous to hit lower levels just because you can hit more and more of them compared to the higher level ones. But so yeah, I'm not too entirely forced. I would like to get the 25, 30. Nah, for God's sake, what a great start. Why is every time I come to this system, every single time I come to this system. Right, where are you? What a great start that was. What a waste, an absolute waste of a Sally. Where's Saru? Thank you. You. Swap them over. Thank you. Come. Thank you very much. You. And we are gonna go boom. Okay, and we're back. fucking pain in the butt that was. Right, send you back. Hopefully I don't need to focus on that anymore. Every time I'm in this system, I always do the same thing. Always do the same thing. It's hugely frustrating. I genuinely wish they changed the colour of them. Like the ones that are like obviously hostile towards other players. Just change the colour of them to like, not red, just change them to another colour like purple or something. God, it's not hard to do, surely. Right, anyway though, moving on. Hopefully everyone found the last arc pretty decent. Overall it wasn't too bad. It was very obviously generic in the way that it obviously played out. It wasn't very sort of different at all to all the other types of arcs that we've had over the last couple of months. I feel like this one was a little bit sort of, they sort of wanted to rush you through it seemed. Also didn't give you very long to complete it either. It was only a 20-day arc this time. So yeah, I feel like maybe the 25-day ones are slightly better just because it gives more people opportunity to, you know, if they do miss a few days here and there, I feel like it gives them a little bit of opportunity to catch up or be able to still complete the arc. Welcome to the stream, Kenny, as always. But yeah, so I feel like that's what was missing from this one. I feel people that, you know, sometimes do have to miss a day because of family or real life, you know, issues that crop up here every now and again. Certainly does come in the way with family life and stuff as well. So it sort of helps them players out who obviously can't do it every single day. I feel like you could do like maybe 2. Yeah, I watched the game earlier. 2-0 over Germany. So anyone in Germany, I won't talk about it too much, but yeah, it was a good win for England. Finally, they've played an actual decent game. You know, they pulled their finger out and actually, you know, decided to want to, you know, play a decent game. I want to say, no, I don't. Why are they 38s? All right, go after that one. Okay, apparently he's doing that. So yeah, it was a good game. Finally pulled the finger out. They finally made a, you know, a sort of a meal out of it. Got to the quarterfinals, and we're going against obviously either Ukraine or Sweden, depending on whichever win tonight. They kick off at 8 o'clock tonight, so we'll see what the result of that one is. But we're playing them in Rome, I believe. Whoever wins, obviously, that game. So yeah, it's good score for us, good victory. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, that's it for football, I think. Obviously, I know a lot of people might not enjoy football, so we won't talk about it overly much. What is he using? Not even a strong ship. But yeah, so the game itself, I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video. It was another credit grind or updates video on ways to get obviously different types of credits for different factions. Also, thank you to, if I've got his name somewhere, I've got it somewhere, Robert Powell, if you're here or watching in the future, thank you for the recent subscribe. We are now up to, I believe, 847. So yeah, 847. We need 153 to go. So not incredibly far off now. 153 is not far at all to get to the 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, just one last push to get there. Hopefully we can gain with a bit more content on my behalf, which I know have been lackluster this past week. Last week, I do apologise. Work was just a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. Getting me going back and forth quite a lot. So I didn't really know where I was standing, so I couldn't really fit anything in last week. So yeah, I do apologise in advance for that one. Or not in advance, but I apologise on behalf of last week, should I say. But yeah, hopefully we're back on, back to normal-ish. I always try and let you know when things are out of my control, but we'll see. Have I got a Bedrock Crusher yet? I just got her recently and been testing her out on the mod. I do not have her now. I haven't got it as of yet. I don't know how many. I feel like I'm really far off getting it, to be honest. So I don't think I'll get it for probably a long time. Probably, oh, maybe not. I'm not that far off getting it, but I'm still 4 shards off her. So yeah, I know I don't have it as of yet. But it's coming along eventually. I'll get them eventually. Like I say, the only thing that I find with this game is because I don't put as much time and effort into it as a lot of other players. Obviously, I don't get the rewards as other players obviously rightly get for putting that same amount of, putting the time and effort into the game. So that's not what I want to hit. Let's go down here. Let's go after that one. So like, yes, certainly when it comes to the events, so I'll just click through that a second. Obviously I'm not really doing this one because I can't really tear anything up at the moment. I've got the dailies, and then obviously got the Crucible of War itself. All the other events have sort of disappeared. The only other thing that I want to do whilst that's going to attack, obviously we're going to be getting these. I'm actually going to go for the ore, just due to obviously I need the ore to get obviously the auger upgraded. I am going to do you whilst we're here. And I don't need Armada credits, so I'm probably not going to get them this time round. But we've already completed the Crucible, so we are going to spam these just to get the ore, like I said. So let's grab them, and we do need the crystal as well, so we may as well grab them whilst we're here also. And that'll be us done. Like I say, I don't need the others this time round, so we're not going to bother with them. And yeah, I'm not in a huge rush to get them either, so we have enough rares to be able to take on someone's attack this one. We have enough rares that I think do maybe one, or I'll certainly do one, but maybe 2. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's probably around 2, so it's not too bad. Do that. But yeah, overall, there was a few comments on the video for the Ark sort of recap of my thoughts on it. People commenting saying essentially the video was pointless and it was too long for what type of video it was. And all I say to them people is, you don't have to watch it. It's your choice to watch it. You know what I mean? You don't have to watch it. I was just doing a reflection on what I thought about the Ark and trying to get people's opinions. If you don't like stuff like that, then just don't watch it. It's as simple as that. I can't make it more clear than that statement. So yeah, I won't apologize for making videos and content like that. So and I won't apologize for you watching it either. But if you don't like that stuff, just like I say, just don't watch it. It really is as simple as that. But yeah, moving on. So today has been a decent day. Let's get rid of all that screen, all the clutter. Look at it all. It's so bad. I wish it did the bottom as well, but never mind. Can't have everything. No, I thought so too, Kenny, but it's the same with anything, isn't it? If you don't like something, don't watch it, don't subscribe to it, don't buy it if it's something that you buy, for example. So yeah, that's just where I stand with it. I've had a few things with regards to it. Obviously, everyone knows I'm leaving the military very shortly. So yeah, just trying to get things lined up for when I leave. I have 6 weeks on Thursday, I believe, is my last day in the military. So yeah, I'm very excited, as you can imagine. Oh, 100% Kenny, always going to be haters. You just can't rise to it, but I'm not rising to it. I'm just sort of giving them some friendly advice on what to do if they disagree or disapprove of certain types of content. So yeah, but yeah, I'm very excited. 6 weeks to go on Thursday, so yeah, that should be some pretty exciting stuff. Just got to try and get a job lined up, which, as like I say, currently looking for and currently in the market for. Just got to go basically do some interviews. I can't really do anything as of yet, so kind of got to wait a little bit more. But yeah, Yeah, city life, here I come. Yeah, so like I say, extremely excited for it. Can't wait to be able to just, not have to travel 5 hours on a Sunday to drive to the base that I'm at. So that'll be exciting on its own. And yeah, it should be pretty decent. Get the mileage off my car as well, as it's now over, I think it's about 84,000 miles on the car now. So sort of, hopefully with the, I don't have to do as much driving, so hopefully my mileage starts to lessen in terms of because of the distance that I'm going. So hopefully keep off a little bit of service cost of the car. I do want to keep this car for a reasonable length of time. Probably going to get the timing chain and everything changed as well. Well, that's 500. It's a 5-hour drive one way, so it's not nothing. Oh, it must be the car. You mean 85,000 miles? Must be a newish car. Yeah, I guess it depends. Obviously, how old your car is and stuff, doesn't it? So yeah, going to be getting a new timing chain and everything for it though soon. But when it gets to about 100,000, probably get a new timing kit, and then that'll at least bring it out for another 100,000 miles, which I don't think I'll ever hit 200 on it. So should be pretty decent. As I'm doing my own services on it anyway, I do maintain it really well, so should be pretty decent. But yeah, hopefully I can hit these 39s, just because I want to get the dailies, or the dailies nearly done, or certainly close to being done. So we are, where the hell are you? So we've hit 7, so yeah, we still got a fair ways to go with them ones, but we will try and hit the 39s if they are available. Obviously that other person seems to have gone now, so yeah, we'll try and hit all these 39s, just so that we can, like I say, get the score up a little bit more. Yeah, so the timing chain, yeah, it is in the replacement of the belt. However, I still do want to change the belt drive kit as well on my engine, which all the belt's for is basically for the auxiliaries that obviously the engine needs. So I do want to change that anyway, but that's the belt itself's not very expensive, so hopefully it won't cost a fortune to get done, and I'm hoping to get it done at the same time as the chain anyway, so hopefully it's okay. Just to, like I say, just to add a bit of life back into it. It's just an auxiliary belt essentially, or the drive belt for the engine. But yeah, the chain is the main thing. I just don't want that to potentially, get damaged over time, since it's been in the car for a decent amount of mileage already. Many years to come in the car, hopefully many years to come, and then it looks like everyone's going electric anyway, so probably end up following suit and end up getting an electric car in the future, since that's the way everything's going in terms of productivity and supply and demand and stuff. So yeah, everyone will eventually be on electric cars, it seems. The main thing I'm looking forward to in the future, not really related to electric cars, but the main thing I'm looking forward to is SpaceX with regards to their Starship. Hopefully it can get launched in July. Very unlikely, but who knows? Anything can happen, especially with the space industry. So yeah, it's can be very interesting. Yeah, Teslas seem to be pushing the way with electric cars, obviously, yeah, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, they arguably the best electric cars on the road at the moment. In my opinion, they probably are. I'll only buy an electric car as a secondary car. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I have with electric, hopefully it won't be so much an issue once I get a job nearer home, is because of the mileage. Yes, granted, obviously electric cars are getting better, and especially Teslas, they can go obviously quite a distance, but they still don't beat, unfortunately for them, they still don't beat, a one tank, a 700-mile round trip in a diesel car off one tank. You know what I mean? Like, there's no electric car on the market that can do that. And until they solve the range, maybe a little bit more. I'm not asking for, to be honest, I'm not asking for a miracle. Like, if they can't get to 700, that's perfectly fine. But, you know, certainly get to maybe like the 500 to 600 sort of mile range of an electric car. Once they get to that, I think that's when a lot of people would transition over to electric cars, just because obviously once the mileage is there, it means they don't have to potentially stop on their journeys, which, you know, a journey that normally takes, you know, 4 or 5 hours, you know, could potentially, you know, add, you know, you don't really want to be stopping potentially, you know, if you want to just do it in one stint, just because it adds extra time onto your journey, which, you know, you're already doing a hell of a journey as it is, so you don't want to add extra time to it. Yeah, electric cars, the acceleration is incredible, mainly because of the way that they work. Recharge time, yeah, also seems to be. It's like, again, it's one of them areas where it's definitely getting better, and they're definitely improving on it. However, I agree, like, they need to bring the times down, maybe 10 to 20 minutes more, and yeah, they'll be. I think most people will, you know, guarantee, because at the end of the day, if you think about it, if you go to a petrol station or a gas station, whichever one you want to call it, depending on what side of the pond you are, if you go to a refueling station, say, it takes you a matter of maybe like a couple of minutes to 5 minutes to pay for it as well. Probably like 5 minutes. You drive in, you put it in and pay. It takes you 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And then you've gone from having no mileage to 700 miles potentially, depending on what type of car you obviously own. So yeah, there's a lot of issues with regards to recharging time with electric vehicles, because like you say, you know, you could be sat in a garage for, you know, half an hour to an hour, depending on what type of car you have. So it's a bit of a weird one. Tesco's important. Tesco's, by the way, if no one knows what Tesco is just a supermarket brand. Tesco's are putting charge points in their car parks, so the infrastructure. Yeah, it is. So that's on behalf of Volkswagen. So Tesco's teamed up with Volkswagen to put in chargers in all of their car parks, which is a really good thing in my opinion, because like you say, it does add to the infrastructure, and hopefully they're decent chargers. I'm pretty sure they're the same chargers that were designed for the Taycan, the Porsche Taycan, as Volkswagen obviously own Porsche as a brand. So I think they're the same chargers that are going to be used or were developed for the Taycan. So they should be good chargers, should rival Tesla for sure. But the only thing is with Tesla is, you know, they have a lot more of them and in a lot more areas. But we'll see what happens in the next 5 years. It's definitely not going to happen overnight, this change, especially when a lot of people don't want to transition onto electric cars. For whatever reason, could be personal or anything. You know, it doesn't really make a difference. It could be any reason. I don't judge people for not wanting to go over to them. I can understand the frustration to having to wait around forever for your car to potentially charge, or what seems like forever anyway. So yeah, right. Let's finish this off. We are not that far off, actually. I don't think. I'm only doing this now to get the extra points, but I don't really need them. But we may as well get the extra points, just so that we can get obviously the officers in the shop. Yeah, again, we'll try and hit 38s, 39s if we see any. So we've got a couple up here that we can go and hit, which is ideal. And hopefully we can get the daily, like I say, we can get the daily knocked out at the same time. But I'm not overly sure whether we'll have to just stay here until we get enough of them. I don't want to do that though, because it seems to take a while for them to respawn. So we've gone 15 now, so I think this will be 16, and then we got 17 there, so it's not horrendously bad. Yeah, today's stream's not going to be horrendously long either. It's going to be around the hour, maybe just over an hour mark, as I've been doing previously in the streams. Just so you're all aware of that. yeah, we're not doing really long streams anymore, just because I don't feel like there's enough content in this game to warrant that, unless we're doing like faction hunt or something on the lines of that. Obviously when we have faction hunts and stuff, yeah, that takes a minimum probably an hour and a half just to do the factions themselves, because each faction takes easily 30 minutes to do. So yeah, when we're doing like that stuff, obviously we do a bit of a longer stream. But yeah, same format as normal streams as well, just so you know. We're going to be doing obviously Star Trek, as we can see here, and then at the end I'm just going to give you a rundown if you're interested. If you're not interested, obviously you can sign out at that point, but if you are interested, I'm going to do a little rundown on my Star Wars account, just to show you where I'm up to, what everything is at the moment, who I'm going for, how to join me, how to join my guild, and all that type of stuff, as I always do on the other streams. Again, it'll only be a 5 to 10 minute segment, won't be hugely long. We might do a battle or something on the lines of that, just to show you what the gameplay and everything's like. But other than that, yeah, it's just a little segment at the end to just end the stream off. But we've got plenty of time to get there yet, so let's just focus on hitting these. The only downside to hitting these is obviously there's not that many 39s. A lot of 37s. I wish there was more 39s spawning, but it looks like they are running dry, so we'll have to hit some of these 37s to try and sort of get the 39s to try and spawn in. Mate has a Tesla and gets from England to Scotland in good time. Yeah, definitely. Like, Teslas are incredibly good cars, incredibly good range, and obviously, especially if you have the performance variants of them, they're incredibly fast as well. Top speed, not so much. They're not fast in top speed, but they're certainly fast at accelerating to that speed, as they obviously have instant torque and instant traction straight away from all four wheels, or two wheels, depending on which variant of obviously car you have. Grind the ships on Star Trek Fleet Command, fly around and blow stuff up. Try not to spend $1,000. Right, here we go. Some 39s are spawning in now, so we'll hit some of these and then we'll go and hit some more 37s. Get that out of the way from blinking, and then I will shrink the screen. Well, I say shrink the screen, not shrink the screen, but I'll certainly get rid of the display stuff. Yeah, some people have... Yeah, I agree. That's what you meant. Yeah, people do spend an awful lot of money on this game. I mean, like I say, I've said it all along. If you want to spend money on this game, then that is well within your right to do so. I'm just not the type of person to do that on a phone or a, you know, whatever type of game this you would class as a mobile type of game. Yeah, it's not a whale streamer for sure. Yeah, I am far from a whale. I wouldn't even class myself as like, I don't even know. I wouldn't even class myself as krill. I'm like more plankton. That's how little I sort of spend on this game, in terms of like, compared to a lot of other players. Obviously, I spend a lot on the game, but not in comparison to a lot of players. Like I say, I'm more like plankton. So I'm like what krill eat, and then the whales then eat them. And then, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm well down the pecking order. Overall, I don't feel like I've done horrendously bad, though, with the state of my ships and stuff like that. So, we're currently sat at 1,500, nearly 1,600 ore for that one. So, we need another, like, I think it's another 800 to get the, obviously, the next weapon upgrade, which is the one we're going for next. We'll get this, then we'll move over. We'll move over to this 39 again. This, I think, is about number 19, maybe? Double check, but I think that's about number 19. Oh, no, number 20. Okay, so we're not that far off now. So we need 5 more 39s, so that's kind of convenient. And there's a couple here, so we'll hit them straight away. Get them sorted. Short... yeah, that's the only thing, isn't it, when it comes to the ore? Because I'm focusing on the auger, I'm staying at level 35 ops, but obviously that's consequently, you know, impacting my ability to obviously then progress onto, you know, potentially getting shards for, say, the jelly or something, if I can move on to, like, say, 36 or 37 ops. But I feel like I need to get my auger at least to tier 5. So once I got this to tier 5, I think I'll then move on to getting go to ops level 36, and I think that'll do me quite nicely. We do have enough crystal at the moment as well to tier 9 my Sally, but again, I'm sort of holding off on that just a sec, because I want to put the crystal elsewhere. I want to put one towards the auger, because obviously it needs it as a secondary resource. I also want to try and get one of my the Vaclis, is it? I think it was. I want to try and get the Vaclis up to a higher level when it comes to my miners, just because I want to try and get at least one of my miners to a decent tier, and to be obviously incredibly good. I know you got the later miners down the line. I know you got the better miners at levels 40, I think it was. I know you got them, but I want to try and get the Vaclis up to the next tier as well. So I just need an absolute butt ton of crystal at the moment to be able to do that. And then, yeah, I need obviously a load more ore, which is not coming horrendously badly. It's not too bad, to be honest. Tell you what I need to do that I've just remembered. I need to do the U. Thank you very much. Do that, and I need to do you. Got like 3,000 of that, and I need to do this as well, which is what I was saying. We're not actually that far off it, but we will get a full load anyway, and I think that might sort us out. Not really. It takes a lot to outdo a max G3 miner. Really? Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be doing my miner anyway. I'm pretty sure the Vaclis is the one that I'm doing. It is the Vaclis, isn't it? The Romulan one. This one. Yeah. So this is the one I want to do. It's currently at tier 5. I can upgrade it at the moment, like I say, but it just costs an absolute fortune when it comes to crystal. But I can get that one up, and then obviously I need more crystal there and there to do obviously them as well. So I'm just saving at the moment just to get them up as much as I can. And I believe I've got one more to hit, one more 39 to hit, so let's see if we can find that. There it is. Thank you very much. We'll accept our reward, and yeah, we are, once this one's been hit, I'm pretty sure we're done with regards to the hunt. We are done. Perfect. So we can send it back, and then my plan is then to get the Vidar. Excuse me, sorry about that. I just had to pause mute the mic because I just sneezed all over it. Jesus. So yeah, let's get Sim back home. We'll get the Vidar out. We'll go and do the dailies for the Vidar, as they will take literally about 3 seconds. Very quick. The longest part of it is the actual travel time up there now. And then we'll go and do some swarm hunting, as we always do, because we need to do the swarm dailies and keep up with them as always now. Other than that, that's pretty much it really. That'll be dailies done. We've done the Crucible of War. Franklin next thing. Well, we're going to do the Vidar just because it's really quick now, and then we'll go on to the Franklin Kenny. I'll show you what I mean when I say with the Vidar it's going to be really quick. Literally, it'll take about 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. It's really, really fast now. Just because I go and hit specific enemy ships. Where are you? Go there again, just in case I need to get up there quickly. And then we can, hopefully you will be anywhere near about 25 soon. It's really slow. I don't know why it's so as slow as it is, but it seems to be really slow. My max G3 miner is almost 25% faster than G4 miner. That is tier 4. Yeah, fair enough. I guess obviously tier for tier, the G4s still are better. But I guess
because they cost a fortune to upgrade, it's probably more cost effective to just leave them, or to get your to use your G3s, I would say. That's how I'm sort of taking it. And I'm pretty sure I can do my... No, wrong button. That one. Factions. Thank you. I'm sure I can do my Klingon messages. I can. Doop-a-doo. Someone was saying as well I should be saving my credits, as I was saying yesterday in the stream. And I agree with them. However, I do want to get all 30 level 34 ships, rightly or wrongly. And I know that the credits are a big thing, and I should be saving them for the next tier of ship, and I do understand that. However, as I've said previously, I'm going to be stuck at level 35 for probably quite a substantial length of time, then probably level 36. So by the time I get up to them, I hopefully have unlocked all 3 of the level 34 ships. As you can see here, I'm only 51 away from getting a D4. And then I can obviously unlock that, and then we can then move on to saving as much credits as humanly possible to then get the next ships, which will be, like I say, incredibly far down the line. So don't worry about it. If you feel like my tactic is not for you and my strategy is not the same as what you want to do, then don't copy me. I'm not asking you to. I don't advise doing it if you are trying to be as efficient as possible, because I'll tell you straight away, I am not being as efficient as I could be. So yeah, mine is probably a horrendous tactic to follow. So just putting it out there. Let's grab this. So hopefully we can get some Giorgio. Good. Right, so we're 4 away from getting Giorgio, which is nice. We're very close with her. Let's just bang all them in, because why not? I'm not going to save them, because we want to get Chen, and that's what we want. We're 10 off getting Chen, which is exactly what we want to see. I've been able to get, I think, 6 over the last day with Chen, so that is ideal. And as everyone knows as well, I'm using my Romulan credits to get my Romulan crew maxed out, so I can start getting more shards for them later down the line. And I can use them as the exchange shards as they come in. So that is the reason why I'm getting the Romulan credits every single day. Just so I can obviously max out some of these officers. And that was a really good pull for Kuma. Jesus, 10 of the shards for there was a really good pull there. So yeah, just so we can get, for God's sake, I keep clicking the wrong button. Just if you're new, because obviously if you haven't got anyone, obviously you can get these exchange things, transporter patterns. So that's what we're going to try and do. Get the Romulans maxed out so that we get a crap ton of transporter patterns, so that we can start obviously getting officers that we actually want to level up. So yeah, that is the plan. Don't dare get an a D4 faster than me. Well, I don't know how far away you are, Genie, but you know, if you need to you need to hurry up and get there, because I'm not slowing down. I'm just getting the credits, and then when I get 12,000, which is obviously 10, I will buy them 10. So yeah, I'm not slowing down. So hopefully you get there before me, but we'll see. We'll see. You can have your little competition if you want to see who gets there first. I know I already have the Augur, so technically I've already got a level 34 ship, but I do want to get the D4 and the Enterprise. 105 blueprints to go. Oh god, you're a little bit far behind there. Then I'm only 51. I'm less than half of what you've got to go, so you'll have to speed up there. Transport patterns is what you save. Oh, you have 105. Okay, so fair enough. You are slightly ahead of me then. Like I say, you're slightly ahead of me when it comes to the D4 for sure. I think my Enterprise is really far away though. So obviously I want to get the Enterprise as well, but I'm pretty sure that is incredibly far away. Just because you need the stupid credits for like every officer in the game, it seems. So I've got 53 of the Enterprise, so I'm still like 97 away from getting that one. Just do a quick check that I don't have to do anything in these stores here. Nope. Okie dokie. I haven't done any mining for the data recently. Sally's just entered the system, so shouldn't be long now to swap over and get the Vidar going. Let's send them up to there. So, how long have we been streaming for? 42 minutes. Happy days. And you're there. Thank you all. Okie dokie. Let's crack this through and then get it swapped out with the Vidar. 1 minute I'll do. Thank you. I'm going to keep this crew as I've been using them. And then I'll just show you a quick update. We've done now every weapon. We've done the impulse engines. We're just going to get the cargo, which will be coming very shortly. Tomorrow even. So the cargo will be coming tomorrow. And then it's just, all I need then is another 14. And I will have the Vidar at tier 8. So yeah, we are going very nicely with the Vidar. I do want to get it maxed out just because obviously you get the extra credits. So once it gets maxed out, as I was saying in my credit grind video on Monday, which is obviously yesterday, 28th. If you haven't seen it, then I do recommend going to check it out. If you do have the Vidar, a good way that you can get credits for factions, if you're not aware, is through the Vidar by going into the refinery, and you can get access to their credits, especially if you have the upgraded research, because it gives you double the amount. So as you can see here, for a tier 7, I'm getting 370 credits per faction for the price of 3,300 of the nanoprobe cubes, charged nanoprobes, should I say, the cubes basically. So yeah, it's quite cost effective in that sense, and you do get a decent amount of credits. So once you get to tier 9, obviously the amount of credits goes up. Obviously the cost goes up as well, but the amount of credits also goes up. So that will also help me out with getting future ships in the game. Yeah, it is. I agree. Independent credits is obviously... Oh, God, where have I gone? This one. Independent credits are incredibly good as well. However, because I'm saving to get my Vidar up, I'm not pulling them at the moment. Yes, obviously, I know that will impact my officers overall in the long term. Just because I won't be able to level them up as quickly. But as long as I can level up Khan, I feel like he's the only one really that I care about at the moment. So as long as I have enough to then level him up, I'm not really pulling these at the moment. So I'm sort of focusing on, like I say, just getting the charged nanoprobes and then getting the Vidar itself up to tier level 9 as quickly as I can manage to do so. Because obviously it takes quite a while when everything costs a fortune. So hopefully we can get that to tier 8 in probably the next, I would say the next, how many am I getting a day? I'm getting 6,000 a day, which means I'll be on 27,000 tomorrow. 28, so then I'll be on 33,000 tomorrow, as I'll be on 27,000 today, 33,000 tomorrow, which means we'll unlock obviously the storage bay, or the cargo bay, should I say, as it's called. And then after that we then will be going for the 14,000. We'll already have 5,000 of it, which means we'll need another 2 days. So it looks like by Friday, I think, if my maths is correct, by Friday we should have a tier 8 capable Vidar, which will probably speed through and get it tier 8, and then just work on going towards getting the next, obviously, tier level. So yeah, we should have a decently... Like I say, tier 8 is going to be even better because we could get obviously even more stuff from it, and then obviously get eventually to tier 9. Don't do that. Get your independent credits from somewhere else. Well, I'm not really focusing on anyway at the moment, not so. It really doesn't matter too much. And yeah, I agree. Khan is incredibly expensive part, which is, again, as long as I can upgrade Khan out of all of the officers that need the independent credits, then he's the only one that I, to be honest, really care about at the moment. So we're just focused on him as much as we can. But yeah, I'm not in a huge rush, like I say, to get the independent credits at the moment. As we've said before, with obviously once I get to tier 9 and get tier 9 done, then yeah, we will then focus on getting the extra. We will focus on getting the credits and stuff, the extra credits and that. Hey John, welcome to the stream and server 16. Sorry, I've read that completely wrong. Welcome to server 16. If anyone else is out there, yes, I am having a decent day, John. Thank you very much. I don't know how long you've been around, but we've just finished the Crucible of War today, and our dailies for the hostile grind as well. And then we are now onto the Vidar. Just to get this done, this will take literally no more than 5 minutes, and you'll see why. Because I'm only getting enough to do one pull a day, but that is perfectly fine when it only takes 5 minutes. So it's not too bad overall. It's not like when I'm hitting the 39s like I normally do on stream, and it's agonizingly slow to get there. It doesn't matter which ones I hit in here. I'm not entirely fussed on which ones I hit in here, whether it's high or low. It doesn't really bother me. As long as I get about 5,000 each time, that's enough. 5 of 10 or 1 of 10. Yeah, 100%. 5 of 10 and 1 of 10 are also ones to go for again. But as I've said, these are long-term goals. In the short term, I'm going to just focus on getting to tier 9 as of first, and then we'll focus on getting the other stuff up. And then, yeah, it should be pretty decent. Like I say, this doesn't take overly long now to get the amount we need for the dailies, as we only need 55 to do one pull, which is all we obviously focus on. This doesn't take a very long time. It does use an entire Vidar hull, which obviously is not very cost effective in that sense, but it costs hardly anything to repair in the grand scheme of things, that it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So like I say, I should wait for the shield as well, but again, we're in a rush to try and go and do the Franklin stuff, because we've got the Franklin and the swarms to go and hit as well. So let's just try and get through this as quick as we can. But like I say, this doesn't take long at all now to get enough that we need, obviously, just for the dailies, which is the main thing. So yeah, we normally pull, like I say, about 5,000 per scout ship, or whatever the hell they're called, tactical probes. Normally get about 5,000 per one. So like I say, it doesn't take very long at all. Yeah, I hope so, Stealth. I really do hope so. We'll see. Obviously, we'll find out in an hour and a half. About an hour and a half who we're playing with regards to Ukraine or Sweden. We're talking about the football. If no one's aware, we are talking about the football. Obviously, England played Germany tonight, and England did win the game 2-0. So we will find out who they're playing in the next round, which is to be the quarterfinals of the European Cup. So yeah, we will find out who they're playing. Well, about 10 o'clock tonight, unless it goes to, obviously. Well, it'll be about an hour from now, unless it goes to extra time. That'll do. I don't need any more than that. That'll do. As you can see, it didn't take very long to do at all. Just got to get back now, which is the main thing. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do, just because I want to hurry this up. Ukraine are 1-up at the moment. Interesting. Like I say, I'm not watching it at the moment, so don't really know the score. But yeah, interesting. Nearly half time. Yeah, so we should. If it stays that way, then it'll be England against Ukraine in the next round, which will be interesting to see. Get you there. Thank you. Boom, boom. Get you in as well. And let's get the Franklin ready to go. Swap you out with the Franklin. Swap Chen out with Tlan as always. Wherever she's gone. Thank you very much. And then let's get the Franklin up where it needs to go. I'm going to go to this one. Because it doesn't really matter. Because they're both just as far away from each other. So it really doesn't make a difference. I think it will be us versus Spain in the final. Do you think it'll be Spain? I don't think it'll be Spain. I think you'll be quite surprised. I don't know, because obviously the next... so basically out of... Who is it? Czech Republic and... who got through? Denmark. So one of them teams are going to be in the final. Probably against Spain, I would say. But I don't know. One of them two teams, I think they're playing really well at the moment. So one of them two teams could definitely end up there. It's not unseen or unheard of. So I think it might be quite surprising. We've got one of obviously them two teams. The only problem with our run is who have we got potentially after that? We've got the easier run, I believe, of teams. I believe it is anyway. We are multitasking with... Well, yeah, when you've got multiple screens. I've got multiple screens open, just none of it on the football. Mine's on all the stream stuff that I need. And obviously the game. Your territory zone is so difficult compared to ours. We go around hitting people in TC zones at the time. My territory zone is difficult compared to yours. Why? Ours are alright. We have an alliance with Dread. We are buddies with them. So we don't really need to worry about the north. And I'm pretty sure we have an agreement with these as well. So we don't really need to worry about the south either. These, yes, we need to worry about, I think. But over north and south, we're pretty much okay. Don't really need to worry about them because they're quite small of an alliance and we can handle them. But yeah, I mean, when you compare it to us, the reason we don't have to worry too much is this alliances? No, that's resources. Power. So yeah, we don't have to worry too much because Dread are pretty up there, being one of the tops. And then on the south, you got Raw. Again, don't really need to worry about them too much because, again, they're pretty high up as well. You've got German Vulcans stealing the win at the moment. They do have a lot of incredibly powerful people. A lot of high-level players. I think the highest level is still not... Yeah, I think it's still Barnacle. Yeah, it is. So he's still the highest by quite a substantial amount. Is he level... And he is now level 50, so yeah. He spends quite a lot of time on the game. Probably a lot of money on the game as well. I don't know personally, but I'm pretty sure he has. USA gonna win. I very much... well, it'd be very surprising if they did win, considering they're not in it. But yeah, it'd be very, very interesting. More alliances. We have 5 main ones. We're all allies with 2 and the final. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of alliances in our territory. I'll zoom out a little bit. So yeah, we've got us, we've got Dread. You got the Borg over here. You got Oro. You got Raw off the back end here, and then you got the different German alliance, which is these GOV, which is the top alliance at the moment. You got GOOS, which are their other alliance that they have, and then you got GAOA, which is their weakest alliance, even though that's still in the top 10. Them 3 alliances are all the same alliance. For all intents and purposes, they are the same. They just have different ranking levels between each alliance, essentially. And yeah, they're all in the top 10 on our server, so there's just a lot of people to have to deal with if you ever go to war against them. You've got a minimum of 100, well, probably 200 people to have to deal with at any given time, because all three alliances declare war on you at the same time, because they're all in the same sort of fold as such. They've all come from the same sort of entity as such. So yeah, it's definitely some alliances that you don't go to war with, especially considering their top alliances has pretty much the top level players in the alliance compared to anyone else. So it's just not worth it. It just really isn't worth it, because you're probably not going to win that sort of contest. But like I say, our server seems pretty decent anyway, to be fair. It doesn't seem very hostile. Most people sort of keep themselves to themselves. There's not much. There is a lot of PvP happening, but not as much as what people seem to make out on other servers. Other servers definitely seem to have a hell of a lot more wars and a hell of a lot more conflict than we do on my server. It seems to be a very stable server in that sense. Not much PvP stuff happening all the time. There is, but not to the same extent. To get that high, plenty of money, 100%. I wouldn't even like to say how much they've spent in the game. It's probably definitely a pretty penny. Like I say, something that is completely out of my realm. I'm not going to be spending anywhere near that type of money on the game whatsoever. So I don't even have that money. So it is what it is. Red, 1-all. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. I thought that game would be a decent game to watch, to be fair, because both teams, obviously, now it's a knockout as well. Both teams have a chance to get to the quarterfinals, and both teams want to obviously get there. If they didn't, it'd be a bit weird. But so yeah, I thought that game would be a decent game to watch. And anyway, I might be able to catch maybe the last half, like just sort of the back end of the game. Might be able to catch the back end of the game after the end of the stream, but we'll see. Like I say, I'm not in a huge rush to get off, but it won't be an incredibly long stream like we normally used to. We'll get this done, the swarms, and then we'll probably end it there. So we've got until basically the swarm's done. We have done an hour now of streaming, so like I say, we won't end the stream, but we'll finish Star Trek Fleet Command. We'll do the 5-10 minute rundown like we always do now on Star Wars. We'll do the 5-10 minute rundown on that, and then after that we'll end the stream. And look forward to seeing ship talks hopefully tomorrow. I have literally no idea what to do it on. I'm not going to lie, I really don't have a clue what to do it on. So if you have any ideas, then please let me know. Otherwise, I might just make something up completely. Yeah, like I say, I'm not entirely sure. Also, if anyone has anything on Audible that they recommend to listen to, whether it be, I'm trying to stick with sci-fi, so trying to stick with like Star Trek or Star Wars related type of books or basically sort of things. So if anyone's got anything to recommend with regards to anything on Audible to listen to or to read, well, listen to essentially an Audible book to purchase or to get for free on the monthly thing, please let me know so I can obviously have a look into it and see what it's like. Because like I say, I've been listening to a fair few of the Star Wars ones. Haven't really looked into the Star Trek ones as of yet. But if there is any Star Trek ones that are pretty decent, then please do let me know. And yeah, I'll look into them. There's one thing reading a book and another thing listening to one. I absolutely hate reading books. I have a really bad problem of sort of forgetting what I've read. So I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's just because I'm a really bad reader or because I'm not bad, my memory's good. But yeah, I'm just incredibly bad when it comes to reading books and then trying to remember what they're talking about. So it's a lot easier for me to just listen to it, and then I'll be able to remember stuff then a lot easier.
Ready Player One. Well, I've seen the film Ready Player One. If it's anything like the film, I have seen the film. Obviously, the book will be a little bit more in detail, I would imagine. But yeah, the film I thought was really good. If I'm honest, I really enjoyed Ready Player One film. If no one's seen Ready Player One as a film, then I do highly recommend it. It's a very good film, incredibly good film to watch. It's good fun. It sort of gives you an insight to what the future, definitely, in my opinion, would or could be like. I feel like it definitely could go that way if it's sort of people wanted it to. It's a different type of thing compared to other types of futuristic sort of films. So yeah, I thought it was good. It was good. So if you haven't seen that, then do highly recommend. There's a few other films I've seen recently, actually. What was Unknown? I think one of them's called. Something like that. And that was a good film to watch. American Assassin, watched that recently, which is on Netflix, I believe. Again, another good film. 71, which is about the Northern Ireland conflict, with regards to obviously the conflict between the IRA and the British Army, and obviously Northern Ireland as well. So yeah, another good film to watch there as well. Do you think the new ship Enterprise D will be a skin or another ship? And what do you think its special ability will be? Most are thinking it will specialized in armadas. What do you think? If I'm honest, with the way that they're going with the game and the way that the levels are planned out, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a skin. The Enterprise D, in my opinion, should be definitely in the game, and I don't know why it isn't in the game. And as well as a lot of other ships that, again, I've spoke about in a previous video. I wouldn't surprise me if it was a skin. However, if they did add it as a ship, going off there, let me just quickly, when these notifications decide to piss off. Going off the abilities of the main crew, they're using them, which is going to be, where are they? Groups. That'll be easier. Go down. Jesus Christ. Going off the main abilities of the main crew that's going to be using them, except for this guy because he's useless. Going off, where's Picard? Go. Engage and stuff like that. Hostiles and armadas, I can see why people are thinking armadas, because a lot of the abilities point towards hostiles and armadas. So yeah, I can definitely see why. That ability is just the normal ability, but I can definitely see why people are thinking this. What should it go against, in my opinion? I don't know. What could the Enterprise D do that others couldn't do, other than the separation type of thing, which is more of a attack phase / keeping people safe? What could that do, or what should it be able to do that other ships can't do? Come on, get back on it. Thank you. Good question. Very good question. Armadas is an obvious one just because of the way they've tailored the officers. I don't know, I feel like maybe... What ship? It is that ship, yeah. So, he used it for the Borg as well, so I feel like they should be decent against Borg. Or it could be technically decent against Borg, but we've kind of got a ship that does that, which is obviously the Vidar, so it kind of would be a wasted ship in that sense. The problem if they only specialize it, and what they could do, they could specialize it to just take out hostiles and armadas.
So like, not so much that one, but this one. Not that one. Well, basically this ability for the ship's ability, this would be an incredibly good one if it was, I don't know, maybe Armada slash going towards hostiles, and then at least that would be in line with the type of crew that they are. Because obviously all the ships that are for the certain factions are related to the crew types that should in theory use them. So like in the Augur it should be a burning crew in theory using that ship, and then that burning crew would obviously activate the obliterator weapon, so on and so on. So I could definitely see the Enterprise D, if it was integrated into the game, being more of a hostile slash Armada type of ship, 100%, because it wouldn't make any sense otherwise, because that's the, like I say, the factions themselves sort of determine what type of ship it will be, and the crew for the Enterprise D, which is currently obviously the next generation crew, they all lean towards hostile grinding and slash going into touching into Armadas. So yeah, that's I kind of agree with most other people. That's sort of the route it's going down. Kenny, Rick and Morty season 5, yes, can't wait for that to come out. I thought 1 to 4 was incredibly funny. So yeah, I have watched all of them quite recently as well. So ready for number 5, which I believe is next month. So I know next month's only in 2 days, but I believe it is on Friday, I think it is, or something. I would like to see it as a ship you can get low level, and you can level it all the way to level 50. Yeah, again, the problem with this game, which I've spoke about in a previous video before on YouTube, if you haven't seen it, I do recommend going to see it. The problem with this game is they've leveled the ships, they've sort of hindered the leveling of the ship's capability, in my opinion. They should have. So if I just quickly go to ships, I'll show you what I mean by this quickly. So if we go to ship level, so if you go through, so they have obviously different ones. Then they have the level, quite low level ships, the level 20s, 21s, so on and so on and so on. And to get to the VAC class, level 23, Discovery level 22, I believe, Kumar level 24, and then you get to the Vidar level 25. These ships should be all lower, so the Vidar should be probably level 20, and then you could push everything down. So then the D3, for example, and the three level 26 ships shouldn't be level 26. They should be probably level 22, and then moving on to obviously the level 28 ships, which could be level 24, and then moving these down to level 20, moving these to level 30 potentially, instead of level 34. Move these to level 30. Move all the other ships, not them ones, sorry. Move them down to level 26, and then move these down to level 30. The level 34 ship, move them down to level 30. Move the Jelly down, and the Franklin as well. Move them down to level, say, 31/32, and then all the ships that are like currently now level 40 plus, you can move them into the level 30 slots, like level 34, level 35, 6, 7, 8, 9, so on. You can move them, and then that would open up without having to expand the game to higher levels, which already takes an incredibly long time to get above level 50, or even to get to level 50. Instead of then expanding it to that above that level, they can just incorporate more ships within and integrate them within their levels. Because don't forget, every time you progress a level, your ship should get more powerful and more powerful. The problem at the moment that they've got is they've got the likes of the Enterprise, the Enterprise level 50 variant of it. I can't remember what one it is, Enterprise A or whatever it's called. That's level 50, but the problem is the Enterprise D is much more advanced and much more capable than that ship. So unless they then go, right, we're going to have level 50 plus, and then increase the levels from level 50 to say level 70, and then they go, we're going to have the Enterprise D now at level, you can get that, unlock that at level 52 or 54 or wherever it is. That's the only other way of doing it, to be, if I'm honest. is to move all the ships down to lower categories to make it easier for them to get. I mean, it could still be just as grindy, which is a bit of annoyance, but it could still be just as grindy, I guess. But move everything down so that when you get to like, they can incorporate more ships within the level 30 bracket, and the level 40 bracket will open up to then, like, you know, the really, really futuristic ships. For example, they got the Enterprise D that they can incorporate at level 40, for example. They've got also, at a higher level than that, they could incorporate the futuristic version of the Discovery, because obviously that's so much more advanced again than all of them ships, because it's 900 years in the future. So that Enterprise, the futuristic version, could be a level 50 ship, for example. I can see level 51 and up being added with DS9. Yeah, no worries, John. Have a good rest of your day, evening, wherever it is for you. I will see you next time. Pat, I can also see them adding more levels, because if they add more levels, it keeps the higher level whales happy, because it means they can still keep spending on the game, which means for Scopely wise, it means they've still got an income. Because at the moment, obviously, the lower level players who don't spend anywhere near that amount of money, obviously, they don't benefit from them players. Like me, for example, Scopely do not benefit from me playing this game whatsoever in terms of financially, because I don't spend any money on the game. So they need to keep the whales happy in that sense. So the only way to do that is to increase the level so that they can continue basically engulfing the levels by spending more and more money on the game. The problem that I have with that scenario is it already takes so long to get to that level, i.e. level 50. What do all the lower level players who, because this game is advertised to be a free-to-play game, what do all the lower level players then do if they don't want to spend that type of quantity of money on the game? Because the problem that you have then is they need to make it easier for players that are lower level, that say don't want to spend money on the game. They need to make it easier for them and everyone in that sense to then get to level 50, to then progress to these higher level ships. Otherwise, the only people getting these ships are going to be people that spend an obscene amount of money on the game, as we've already found out with just going to level 50. And that's the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about. I feel like I say, they put the ships in incredibly stupidly from the start. They should have maxed all the ships out that are currently in the game. They should have maxed them all out at, like, say, level 30, level 34. So the Enterprise A, you're getting that, or the Obliterator, whatever it's called, you're getting them type of ships at level 34. Then allowing you to then progress more advanced ships and more powerful ships that you could then add to the game in the future, which I don't know why they didn't think of this at the time, but you could add more ships in the future then at levels 35s up to level 50 then. Yes, it would have been a little bit tedious with regards to getting to level 50 because there's no ships, but they could have added these ships earlier on in the game then. Didn't have to potentially wait for these arcs. Yes, these arcs are incredibly useful to have these ships to come at the same time. And obviously, I know they take a long time to implement and stuff like that as well, but they could add them in then. More stronger ships, they could add different. Again, I've done a whole ship video before on different types of ships. If you haven't seen the ship talk videos as well, you can go and check them out. And I talk about all the different types of classes of ships they could add for all three factions, and all different ships they could add for them, and what levels I think that they should be at and stuff. So it's one of them where it's incredibly hard to say. Obviously, only Scopely knows which direction they want this game to go into. Will it be around in the next couple of years? It really does depend on what they do this year. I personally think if they are successful this year by implementing, say, extra levels or extra ships or however way they do it, I think it'll be around certainly for another couple of years. And then it depends then in another couple of years what way they go. However, if they mess this year up, I feel like the next year they'll see a decline in players, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. I only know one person that is free to play at Ops 44. But he probably started from day one. Probably invests a lot of time and effort into the game. To be free to play and to be at that level, he probably spends a lot of time on the game, trying to be obviously as good or as best as he can be, not rushing things as best as he can do as well, which is incredibly hard. But good on whoever that person is. Again, I don't know that many people. I mean, I'm level 35, and I'm, yes, granted, not entirely free to play. I've spent a little bit of money on the game with regards to the ARC packs, essentially. So I've spent a little bit on them. So not entirely free to play, but I am level 35, mostly free to play, which, you know, isn't too bad. You know, I have a decent level of ships, but yeah, it's not too bad overall. Right, what we are going to do though, that is pretty much the end of the Star Trek stuff. Only just 4 hours or so a day, but see how long that is? 4 hours a day. That is an incredibly long time. Probably heard Star Wars opening up there. Yeah, Jesus. So hopefully we're going to switch over the stream. It won't be this, like I say, this stream is pretty much coming to an end now. We will be just doing 5 minutes just to show you the Star Wars content that I have been working on, and then yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. So let's switch over to the other BlueStacks screen, and we can go boom. There it is, bang, boom. So yeah, let's switch over to this one. I'm going to show you quickly the things I've been up to within the Star Wars world, and then yeah, we can end the stream there, and we can go our separate ways. So let me just claim the energies for that one. So we're maxed out on energy now, ready for 11 o'clock tonight, which is a good thing because that's when my timer resets at 11 o'clock. Can't get anything from the stores. So in terms of the crew we are running with at the moment, we're running with First Order, as you can see. We are going to be working on these very shortly. These First Order TIE pilots. We have five characters now who are gear 12. We're going getting our Kylo Ren on mass to gear level 13. We've still got 2 to go. So we've got a few, but we've got 12 more of them. We've got a fair few of them. We've got 9 more of them. So a little bit away from that. Not too far though, and it'll be with us very shortly. We've got all 50 of these, so we can craft that piece. So we will. And then we've got 29, so we've got 21 more of these to go, which again won't take us incredibly long. And then we've got another 22 of these to get as well, which again won't take incredibly long. I reckon maybe in a week, maybe by the weekend, or even in a week's time, we might possibly have all of everything to get to gear level 13, which will be obviously incredibly useful. So yeah, after him, we'll be focusing and then potentially on our pilots to try and help them with the other stuff. We are working on CLS as well, which is Commander Luke Skywalker. So we are currently working on his crew, which is Old Ben, Princess Leia, Stormtrooper Han, Luke Skywalker, and R2-D2, wherever the hell he's gone. R2-D2 down here. So we're currently working on them as well, as we're going to be unlocking CLS. CLS obviously is Commander Luke Skywalker. I will show you where he is. So if you go to the journey guide, if you are playing the game as I do, go to the journey guide and he is right there. Commander Luke Skywalker is an incredibly useful player to have in the game. And as you can see, I already have them 2 characters who he synergizes with. I do have Han Solo as well, which I just need to activate. So once I unlock this character, I will activate him. And then, yeah, so his event itself. So I need all of them to level 7 star. Ideally get around gear 9. I'm going to gear 8 them all and then see if I can do it with gear 8 and then mod level 5. So at the moment, as you can see, only R2-D2 is gear star 7 star. The others are 6 star, with Luke falling slightly behind being only 5 star. But in terms of the event, we can do this next event. We're just not strong enough yet because I haven't leveled them up. So yeah, we're going to get CLS. After that, we're going to be then solely focusing with maybe a bit of background, focusing on Jedi Knight Revan, but we're going to be focusing then on the First Order once again, and getting everything we can to get the First Order up, because we need to obviously get them to basically relic levels to get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Going back to the Jedi Guide, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is this character here. So in the prerequisites, it tells you exactly what they want every character to be that you need. So you need all these characters, and you need them to be Relic 7, Relic 5, so on and so on. And then you can do his event. At the moment, as you can see, I have all the characters. All of them are 7-starred. The first, they're all geared level 12. I need them to gear level 13 to then relic them. So that is why I'm currently doing that. What else is there? We are passively working on, so like I say, we are currently working on CLS, and then we are passively, after CLS, working on Jedi Knight Revan. So Jedi Knight Revan is an incredibly good Jedi, basically leader. His prerequisites, you need these 5 crew to do that. As you can see, we have Bastila Shan at 7-star. We're currently working, and we have T4E M4, I think it is, or T4 M3, something like that. T3 M4, something on the lines of, what is he? T3 M4, yeah. So we have him at 7-starable as well. 330 is 7 stars, if you weren't aware. And then, yeah, we're working on Jolie, which is this character. Passively working on Jolie Bindu, and we're working on mission as and when we can, but not at the moment. She has been put on the back burner, and we're working on very passively on Zalbar as well. So working towards Jedi Knight Revan also, which is a very good character. But yeah, so overall doing pretty well. I've done all my dailies today for this, as you can see on my daily activity. I've got nothing left because I've done it all. I've got a lot of credits saved up, ready for my 11 o'clock time change. And then, yeah, we should be able to smash through getting all the different shards that we need. So we still need to get the ships, which are the main things. So the ships are the things holding us back at the moment. So we finally unlocked Kylo Ren's command shuttle. We will get Vader's TIE Advanced to 6-star probably tomorrow, or by 11 o'clock tonight. We should get at least one, I would imagine, off that one. So then we'll upgrade that to 6-star. Then we've got to get command shuttle up. We've then got to get the Slave 1 up as high as we can get as well. Or Boba Fett's starship, as it's now sort of being called. Houndstooth is another one. Xanadu Blood. They've all got to be 7-star to complete the mission that I need to do. So they're all the ships that I need to focus on, which I am focusing on at the moment. And yeah, and then all of that, it's just the actual, obviously, TIE silencer and stuff like that, which is obviously Kylo Ren unmasked, and we're focusing on this. I just need to get him up to gear level 13 and have the ability to get these little yellow starry things, so I can get these abilities up even higher. And then yeah, it should be good when he gets relic, then it should be even more powerful ship. Other than that, that's a little rundown of my current situation with regards to the stores. We've got a lot of credits saved up, ready and waiting. We've got that one ready to go for getting her to the next 10 shards for Leia. And then she's only then, she'll be on 76 then, so she'll only be 3 pulls away, which I should get it basically by the end of this week. She should be 7-starred by the end of this week, like for definite. The other character that should be probably 7-starred by then as well will be Han Solo, as he's only 11 away. Well, Stormtrooper Han, sorry, it's not Han Solo, it's Stormtrooper Han. So he'll be done most likely either tomorrow or Thursday. She'll be done by Friday. And then it's just basically working on Luke. I am going to start getting a Spy Starfighter as well, because I am going to be starting to get Spy wherever, if he's in here. Nope. Okay, never mind. I will be getting his Starship though, because it is useful. And oh, I do need you. Boom, there we go. Happy days. You'll actually see me level it up. Cool. And then tomorrow we'll be getting our 20th Zeta, which we'll be putting on Darth Vader. So the Zeta is a very useful one to have on Darth Vader, on his ability. I'll show you quickly what one that is. He's not incredibly powerful at the moment. He's only gear level 9. I can upgrade him, but I need these for Kylo Ren Mass, so we're not going to waste them. But the one we want to Zeta is going to be Merciless Massacre. this Zeta is going to be going on him. It's an incredibly powerful Zeta, and he should be incredibly useful. So yeah, it's going to be going on that, and then the Zeta after that will be going on Sith Trooper on his Emperor's Legacy. Be going on that one. But yeah, we'll come to them as and when. Let's go to the ship 1 second. So because we can level it up. So let's 6-star it. Boom. There we go. That's now 6-starred. Makes it even stronger than before. 7-star. We obviously have got to get to that now. So that's going to take a little bit of time to get up to there. But we're on our way quite nicely. So it should be pretty decent. And we've just unlocked an achievement for that as well. Got a few stuff in the store for that as well, which is good. Other than that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to obviously subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Don't forget to like the video, this stream, and all the videos that you watch in the future. This is Admiral, as always. I will see you next time, and don't forget, on the call of the This Is the Future, we will end the stream. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.